Jimmy Carr, welcome to Roast Battle. Right, on with the show. This is TV's most elegant, erudite and sophisticated war of words. Helping decide our winners tonight are my fellow judges, Catherine Ryan and Jonathan Ross. OK, before we get on with our first battle, time to welcome the man keeping order. It's the referee that runs the roast. It's Brian Moses! Yeah.
First up, we have Rhys James and Lloyd Griffith. Give it up for Rhys James. And Lloyd Griffith! Gentlemen, here are your rules. Rule 1, it's 5 jokes each. Rule 2, nothing is off limits except for physical contact. Jimmy, who do you want to see go first?
I think we should let the girl from Star Wars go first.
Rhys, are you ready?
I'm ready. Well, what can I say about Lloyd that hasn't already been explained to him by a doctor?
Oh, great.
You may not know, but Lloyd used to be a choir boy, and he now knows a fact about every cathedral in England. But to be fair, he had a lot of spare time to research while the priest was fucking the slimmer kids.
It's funny because it's true. I feel bad for Rhys having gone to all this effort to roast me. When this goes out on air, his parents won't let him stay up and watch it. The only vaguely interesting thing about Rhys James is that he only has one kidney. Rhys's life is so shit that one of his kidneys decided to fail and fuck off. I had a pie on the way here. I mean, of course I had a pie on the way here. And even that had more kidney in it than him. I feel bad taking the piss because that is something his body can barely do.
Lloyd is obsessed with fire engines. He collects little toy fire trucks because he's a fat loser. It seems weird, but it's no surprise Lloyd loves the fire brigade so much, given that once a week they have to come and cut him out of a tyre swing. Oh. They've tried rubbing him in butter and sliding him out, but he just keeps licking it off.
You might recognise Rhys James from Mock the Week. 2 years he's been doing it, and the only reason he still gets booked is because the producers genuinely think he's a lesbian.
Lloyd did tour support for Jack Whitehall, which is great, because now we have an answer to the question, how calorific is Jack Whitehall's jizz? But listen, Lloyd's a great host. He's a great host. He hosts Soccer AM, he hosts a podcast, he even hosts a new Netflix game show. The only thing Lloyd doesn't host is a heart that won't kill him by 45.
Still got 2 kidneys, you prick. OK. In Rhys James's stand-up, he says he looks like the actor Nicholas Hoult, and that is true if Nicholas Hoult was playing the role of a young Victorian boy with tuberculosis.
Last joke.
People who haven't followed Lloyd for long think he's just got big in the last 12 months or so, but if you've known him for ages like me, you'll know he got big when he started overeating. As a coping mechanism when his dad, quite rightly, abandoned him. Lloyd, I don't know what you've seen less of, your own dad or your own dick.
I am fat, there's no denying that, but Rhys is gangly, and the reason why Rhys is gangly is because he burns so many calories brushing those fucking teeth. He's got a fucked up face. It's almost like his dad had sex with a Tim Burton DVD. That DVD being The Nightmare Before Puberty.
On both parts. I mean, I've got Rhys for the win here. What do you think, Jonathan?
I'm going with Lloyd.
But on the quality of joke writing, I think Rhys James has edged it.
Rhys for the win! Who's up for another battle?
Next up, we have Felicity Ward and Rhys Nicholson. All the way from down under, give it up for Felicity Ward. Jimmy, who do you want to see go first?
Felicity, I happen to know you suffer with irritable bowel and anxiety, so I think you better go first before you make a mess.
Felicity, are you ready?
I'm so ready. Rhys is actually really lucky because after I tear him a new one tonight, his boyfriend will have a fresh hole to fuck him in, rather than the stretched out rubber band he calls his asshole.
Thank you, Dobby the house elf. Let's start with the hair. Felicity, it's called a comb, you frizzy bitch. You look like a birthing video from the 1970s. Just a strained-looking face crowning through a thicket of matted pubic hair. As my father once said to my mother while pointing at me, please, I will pay for that to get chemically straightened.
Rhys is a gay, red-headed bulimic with an anxiety disorder and a lisp, and he couldn't even get into art college. I mean, imagine being too fucking dumb to get into art college. Even Hitler got into art college.
Felicity does have IBS, irritable bowel syndrome, which means even her organs are irritated by her. Basically means irritable bowel syndrome means that she shits a lot. She does a lot of shits. In fact, her asshole is the second most overused asshole in show business. Of course, the most overused asshole in show business is Jimmy Carr. But
Reese has so many interests. He makes his own brooches and phone cases. He smokes weed. He's given himself the nickname Mama Show Business. I mean, wouldn't it just be quicker to tell people you're a cunt? Reese actually is so interesting. He even worked on a cruise ship once. And I reckon he worked on a cruise ship for the same reason he sometimes has trouble taking a shit. All the trapped semen.
Sorry, I'll be honest, I missed the end of that one. I just got distracted by this loud tick-tock noise coming from your pelvic region.
That's pretty funny.
Can you say that in my dad's voice? Felicity is known for being very, very woke, which is a fun way of saying she's a cunt with access to the internet.
Reese is always so impeccably dressed, and he has that real deer in the headlights look. If headlights are his eyelashes and deer is the cum gluing them open.
We've known each other for a long time, and we've never talked about this. You actually helped me quite a lot in my life, because when I was 24, I'd been bulimic for so long, I had absolutely no gag reflex, and only through watching your television appearances and looking at pictures of you was I able to vomit again.
Let's go!
Reese, when he was a younger man, he's told a story about how he threw up while going down on a guy, combining his two great loves, sucking dick and bulimia. Can I just say, as someone who has anxiety and depression and is a mental health advocate, this is very off-brand for me.
I've met you off stage. Felicity comes from quite a grim background. She lived in quite a tough part of Australia. She comes from a working-class family, and now she's 38 years old. Felicity Ward is proof that tragedy plus time doesn't always equal comedy. Sometimes it's a sad old battle axe standing on stage with a leaky asshole.
Hey, give it up for Felicity Ward! And Reese Nicholson!
Jonathan, who have you got for the win?
I'm not going to choose one, Jimmy. Go fuck yourself. They were both great.
Felicity just edged it.
It's out of your comfort zone, and you absolutely smashed it. I think Felicity for the win. Well, that's it for tonight, but until next time, go fuck yourselves. Good night.
And that was Roast Battle, without the fluff. I'm the Gourd. I like the way that sounds. So far, we saved up 797,634,917 seconds. Damn. Jimmy Carr hosts, and that guy gets around. He's like a shellacked puppet, and there's just copies everywhere. I think he's got like a dozen game shows. Damn. I quite like this show. Or at least its extended version. That's just not where the gameplay is. But how does this one fare? Bam! With a few edits, we were able to get it down from 21 minutes and 11 seconds to 7 minutes and 33 seconds. We cut it down to 35.6% of the original size. We have a compression ratio of 2.81 to 1. We cut out 13 minutes and 38 seconds. 118 seconds total, or the equivalent of 9.09 moments. Not bad. Bam! The best roast I can really do is at 375 degrees for 45 minutes on a bed of carrots, celery, and onions, olive oil. I'd say a little bit of salt, pepper, a little bit of sage. You know how it is. Anyways, I hope I've saved you some time. And if you liked it, why not tell a comedian? Hopefully you like it too. Or at least the shortened version. I mean, stand-up's really short. Please subscribe. I'm trying to get up to 5,000 subscribers. And every little bit helps. Thank you for your time. And well, find the gourd within.
I mean, in the earlier roast, we had that incredible line, you've seen less of your dad than you have of your dick.